So I actually started filming this back in October, November time, so it's been a long time in the making. Essentially I decided that I didn't like just having the tools hanging about on the top here, because I sometimes use this for what I consider clean work, so work that I don't want sawdust and stuff on it. So I decided to make some covers for these. Now I've decided to use an old bed sheet essentially, so it's just plain cotton, and I've got 3 different kind of styles of cover really. So essentially for my little drill press here, I took the base measurement, which is all the way from bracket to bracket and all the way across, and I cut out a long rectangle of this width plus a little bit for turning, and then another long rectangle of this width plus a little bit for turning, plus the height of the drill press, so that I can actually now sit this in, and it will sit in square in a nice square based bag. So it's really simple, doesn't take much in the way of sewing skill or much time really. So I've just got a draw pull on the top, and voila, that's done. So any dust and things that's left that's hanging about on here stays in here. When I oil it and doing servicing stuff, the oil's going to stay on the inside, so that's not going to get onto anything else. So that's option number 1, a nice easy square piece. Oh yeah. That's one. Number 2, for my sander grinder thing. Now trying to do a square shape over this is impossible. Trying to work out different shapes, that kind of complex trigonometry, is impossible. So what I did was I measured from the base here to the base here, all the way around over the top of the highest point and around here, and used that as my measurement essentially, and I made a big circle. So I'm not concerned about having lots of excess fabric, because again it's old rag essentially. So the circle fits over the top, covers the top and around to the bottom here, and drawstring, and that tucks everything in together. Because this one's a bit of a pig to open up and do servicing on and cleaning after it's used. That is all pretty much contained. I could have used some elastic, and I might upgrade to some elastic at some point, but you need quite a bit of it to get over the thing in the first place. So this way everything essential is covered. So that's option number 2. And then option number 3 is for my scroll saw. Now this is somewhere between drill press and sander in its complexity. Essentially, it is essentially a square-ish shaped item. So I can go with that, or I could just measure over the top and make a big circle. But because it's wide, it's longer than it is wide, your big circle is going to end up with a lot of extra fabric. So I went instead for essentially a long square. Either end is shaped to fit kind of the workings of the scroll saw. So that's, I've got an angle here, an angle here, and at the back I've got a whole load of extra fabric as a pleat. So I haven't put any elastic in this yet, or any cord in, because in the time between starting to make this and now, I have received a new scroll saw. So I haven't yet got that out of the box. So for the minute, this is as far as I'm going with this one. It still needs the bottom edge turning up and some cord or whatever I'm using to finish in here, but it won't be for this machine. So for the moment, this is nice and neatly tucked and covered. And that is a very quick 3-minute chat rather than a 3-minute skill necessarily. And I'll put some more tips and some more detailed instructions on my blog, and at some point I will unpack my new scroll saw. So yeah, I'll see you again next week.